It's easy to pack on the pounds when the cold winds blow and it's difficult to get out and exercise. But summer is near and help is on the way. For example, Premier Fitness on Lake Avenue in the Ashtabula Plaza is owned by Ashtabula County Medical Center and has fitness experts who can tell you how to get fit and stay that way. Let's see what some of them have to say.
A lot of people come into a gym and they're kind of just, they want to look better, they want to feel better, but they don't have an action plan. Really everything goes back to having a plan, and before you get in here, having a plan, knowing what you want to do, what goals to meet. If you don't have goals, you're out here really just, you're stagnant. Everything's kind of going on a line. There's really no peak. So if you have a goal and you come in here and you know what you want to do, every day you're striving to reach that goal. If you just come in here and you just want to work out every day, you're just going through the motions. So a lot of people come in and they don't have a goal. They just come in, they jump on the treadmill or the elliptical and they go for 45 minutes and they're done. They don't ever try to go longer. They don't ever try to do it faster.
So give me some examples of what kind of action plans. Is it to get better abs or muscle tone or lose a belly or all of those?
It really depends on the person. Some people want to come in here and, for instance, I just had a gentleman come in the other day and he didn't want to lift. He had a hernia. So he couldn't lift heavy weights. Really, he just wanted to work on his flexibility and his cardiovascular. So you get a lot of different types of people in here that want to work on a lot of different types of things. For instance, like with that gentleman, flexibility, I recommend yoga. And then cardiovascular, differentiating the cardio days that you have, whether it's HIIT, which is high interval training, doing that one day and then doing a long cycle. So a lot of people have different goals. A lot of younger guys want to get more tone or bigger. So every single person comes in here, and almost every single person has a different way they want to look, feel. So everybody's kind of different. But yeah, abs, the way they look, feel in the mornings, energy, stuff like that. I mean, everybody's different, like I said.
When you first start out with somebody, like the first few times, how much do you have them do? Especially if they haven't worked out much. I mean, is it like a half hour on this and 20 minutes on that, or might it be only like 10 minutes?
With that, it kind of goes with age as well. In the club, we have a program called Silver Sneakers. So with that, it kind of goes with the age of the individual, the experience of the individual. They could be doing maybe just, a lot of the times we have an assessment. The assessment usually lasts around a half hour, 45 minutes, where you kind of get an overall view of what they can and can't do, what they like, what they dislike. And during that assessment, you kind of work on the goals in which they have panned out for you during the assessment. So if they wanted to increase their upper body, you would kind of go through some upper body movements. If they wanted to do cardio, you kind of go and see how fast they can go for how long, how much resistance they can do for how long. So really, for us, when we do our assessments, it's usually one assessment and then you go into the personal training. So maybe 1 to 2 days, like you said. Yeah, fitness and lifting, bodybuilding, they're all one and the same. If you want to see the long-term goals, you have to be in it long-term. A lot of people just look at people on TV and think that they were just blessed with it. A lot of people say it's genetics, but the fact of the matter is those people are in here every single day, and they're busting their behinds every day with cardio and weights. The greatest thing is seeing people come in here who are overweight at one point in time, and they come in here and they bust their butt to look great and get into shape. But to answer your question, yeah, it's, if you want to look great and you want to feel great, it really is a lifelong thing. Just committing to fitness, eating healthy, and just living a healthy life.
What does this do for you?
Biceps. It's called, well, I call them Popeyes. Popeyes.
I'm a lot taller than you.
You're a little tall.
Well, I've first want to sit down with the individual, talk to them, get a background of what they want for their fitness, what experience they've had in the gym. That's very important. Any problems that they may have, I want to know about it. Do they have any doctor restrictions? That's very important. So I can kind of build a workout program for them by gaining that information. When I have my first client come in, I have what I call a beginner session, where I kind of take an assessment of where everybody's at. We do some core, we do some quads, we do shoulders, we do chest, we do arms. So I can kind of say, okay, quads are strong, but maybe your shoulders are a little weak, or your arms are a little bit weak as well. And then we just go from there. I'm not going to overwhelm somebody when they come in for the first time. Of course, I'm going to, as time goes on, the program will get a little bit more challenging, but that's how people grow as well. Yes, everybody who signs up with a membership receives a visual fitness assessment that is free with the membership. And at that time, I get to know the individual and talk to them about their wants and needs and goals, per se.
Snap Fitness has gyms in Geneva, Ashtabula, and Conneaut. We met up with District Manager Shane Brown at the Conneaut branch.
And our machines are very low impact and easy to use, so it's very safe and you don't have to worry about injury because the machine is on a kind of a predetermined track, so that you're not going to have to worry about, you know, losing balance or anything like that, because safety is obviously our main concern with that. And the nice thing about it is that it is very low impact, so that if you do have any kind of pre-existing injuries or anything like that, it's not really going to cause any aggravation to that, because it is very, you know, low impact and you're not at risk to possibly re-injure or aggravate that injury. All of our machines are very easy to use and they set up the same way. The pull pin here is how you adjust the weight, and the weights for this machine move in just 10-pound increments, so you're able to control that. But they also have kind of smaller weights in between, so if 10 pounds is a little bit too much for you, you can actually do 2.5-pound increments to kind of make that a gradual progression as you increase strength and endurance. This is our leg extension machine, and it's very easy to use. You're able to just have a seat, and you can kind of get a feel for the machine where you need to be as far as comfort-wise, and we help you with that. We have personal trainers, and our staff are willing to help you make sure that you're comfortable on the machines. So once you can find a weight that is comfortable for you, and I always caution to go a little bit lower than you might think, so that way you don't, you know, potentially injure yourself. One of the most important things as far as starting an exercise program is, you know, making sure that you have a good cardio background set up. The biggest thing as far as weight loss and everything, and even toning, is a good cardio program. And the main reason for that is because you want to make sure that you're burning the adequate amount of calories necessary to lose the weight you're looking to lose. It all becomes a calories in versus calories out type of formula. So a good cardio program is essential for, like I said, losing weight and even just, you know, improving the daily life and, you know, and endurance and everything. So as far as our cardio equipment, the most basic and the one that I think everybody's pretty much most familiar with is going to be the treadmill. So as far as other cardio options go, we do have ellipticals. We have a couple different elliptical models. This one here is our Matrix elliptical. Very easy to use. A lot of people are a little bit intimidated by this. Really, it's just a simple step on, start the motion, the machine powers up on its own, and it's very easy to use. Now with these, you get all the, you know, the benefits of walking, running, or jogging. It's just you don't have the impact on the knees, the joints, the shins, and everything like that. When someone's on a treadmill and you hear them running, you're hearing their feet strike, and over time, for some people, that can cause, you know, flare-ups with any, you know, potential knee injuries. So for someone with a goal of losing weight, no matter what that weight may be, the key thing that you want to always remind yourself of is that you're wanting to do this to sustain, not to necessarily get the weight off as quick as possible. You want to do it safely, and you want to do it to where it's going to sustain. A lot of people, you hear about these crash diets and these pills and different things like that that are going to rip the weight off of you. But that's really not what you want. You want something that's going to be, you know, sustainable, and you really want to make it a lifestyle change as opposed to just something that's going to shock your body for, you know, a month or 6 weeks, and then after that you go back to resuming your normal habits and the weight comes back on. So what I would recommend to people is you want to focus on losing 1 to 2, maybe depending on, you know, your weight, maybe 3 pounds a week max, because that's something that you're going to be able to sustain. That's something that your body's going to be able to adapt to, and you want to make sure that it's going to be something that you stick with, because if you don't, you're going to run the risk of having that weight come back on. And sometimes with these Crash Giants, the weight will come back on and then some.
Of course, you can always go out and take a nice run, or a brisk walk, or in good weather, do a bicycling. Or you can dust off the old treadmill down in the basement and give it a try. Anyway, I'm going to finish my workout. You have a good day. I'm Bob Letzovic.